Amir, I know you guys are still negotiating, so we're not going to talk about the big fight that everyone seems to think you're probably going to get. But talk to me about how you feel about working out here in the Bay Area. It looks like you brought your weather with us. With you.
Yeah, it's a little colder today, but you know what? It's brilliant to be here and to train here. I think Virgil's a great trainer. I'm training with Rick as well. Come all the way from Jersey to train me. I mean, I'm in a great position here. I'm working with some good people here. Working on how to improve myself and where I make mistakes. And at the moment, we don't have a date yet. There's a lot of talk about other fights happening, so we're just taking our time and still keeping active and just keeping fit. Really. You know, I'm the biggest critic you get, man. I mean, I criticize myself. If I make a mistake in a fight, I don't blame anyone. I blame myself, and I want to improve myself straight away. So I see some improvement I need to make, and that's why I'm back here now, working on those mistakes. And I think it's always good to be, you know, in that routine of being fit, keeping yourself in the gym. You know, like I said, I've got no fight day at the moment, but I'm still in the ring, I spar, I'm doing mitt work, I'm working on new things, working on defensive things. So that's the type of guy I am, you know. I still don't think I've hit my peak. There's still a lot left in Amir Khan, and it's good to come back and go back to basics. I mean, one thing about this camp is that I've come in not working on a style, but just working on what I want to work on instead of normally rushing and working on your opponent. I've got no opponent, so I'm just
learning somebody else's system or their offense.
That's what I'm doing a lot of work with Virgil, and who also trains Andre. And I like the way Andre has a great defensive attitude, you know, when he goes into a fight. So even if a little bit rubs off me, watching him spar, watching him train, it means a lot, you know.
Compare the cultures between Wildcard and then working up here with watching Andre and their gym.
The Wildcard's a great gym, don't get me wrong. I like Freddie. I think Freddie's a great coach, but it's very different. I mean, the atmosphere in the Wildcard's amazing. I like it.
Yeah.
But it's so quiet in Virgil's gym. And sometimes you need that peace of quiet, you know, to work on. No one watching you, no one making videos. It's very private, and Virgil likes it very private. Whereas in the Wildcard, every man walks in there. And it's good, you know, because in a fight, you have loads of people watching you. But yeah, I think it's different in the Wildcard, big difference. But don't get me wrong, I got used to it. I liked it.
It's like a giant machine when it starts to get going. It's amazing.
It's crazy. I mean, once you're in that gym and you start meeting people, I mean, from celebrities to normal people walking into the gym, it's crazy, man. The amount of people that walk into the gym, I couldn't believe it. You know, I had people like Mark Wahlberg,
Jeremy Piven.
Jeremy Piven's always in there. The other guy, Mickey Rourke's always in there. And other famous singers and stuff always come to the gym, and they want to see you train because they're big boxing fans. I mean, we might be a fan of them, but you know, they want to see you train. But Virgil does not allow that. Virgil always says, look, I don't want no one come to the gym. I want it private. No celebrities or anything, because that takes the focus off fighting, which might be true. You know, I think it might be that, yeah.
Do you think of all the sports? Because I remember like a lot of basketball players would come in there and watch.
Yeah.
Seth Mitchell was a football player. He moved over to boxing. Is boxing the hardest sport there is, you think?
100%. You know, I have this argument in the UK with a lot of people. I always say boxing is the toughest sport in the world. I mean, that's why you get other sportsmen and women who are big fans of boxing, because they understand that it's a tough sport we live in, you know. Yeah, day in, day out, we have to train. You have to do all sorts of fitness training, strength conditioning, and you're one-on-one in there with your opponent. It's just you and your opponent. So if you make a mistake, you're to blame, not no one else. So there's no one to save you in there, man. You're on your own. So you cannot cheat yourself or anything. And that's what makes it probably the toughest sport in the world, because you have to be focused. You have to take a shot. You have to always be on alert, really.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take the focus off for one in for 1 second, because as soon as you do that, you can get knocked out. I made that mistake before, and I've suffered from things like that. But like I said, now I'm more wiser as I've got older, and I'm never going to make them mistakes again.
What do you think what 147 is going to do for you physically?
Physically, you know what? It'll make a massive difference in my boxing, because especially the power and everything. You know, I mean, I'm lean. I'm always lean. I'm always near weight. But like I said, I started in the last few years. I started getting so much bigger and stronger, and the weight started to hold more. I used to walk around at probably 155, 158, and I was still lean, and I used to think, why have I put so much weight on it? And it was just muscle, you know, weighing heavy. So what I've started to do now is moving up to 147, I can hold on to that muscle. I mean, as part of the biggest guys, like I'm Yulo and them guys, never been put down. I think the only time I used to probably get put down in fights was when I used to kill myself making weight. I mean, you'll see a massive difference in my style. Yeah,
and punch resistance, you think?
Definitely, yeah, definitely. You know, I'll be much more stronger, taking better shots, and also, you know, standing there, and my leg will be strong as well. I mean, like I said, I've never been put down in sparring ever. You know, as part of a big guy, 180, 170. It's just when you cut down to that 140 used to kill me, honestly. People don't realise that, and I'm normally a lean fighter, and I used to think to myself, I used to look at myself and think, how am I going to lose another 12 pounds when I'm so lean now? But I somehow do it. You know, I mean, I'm one of them guys, you know, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm one of them guys, I'll go in the ring with anyone, I'll be in it. I know if I'm fit and I'm strong, I can go through anything. But like I said, now, as I'm getting wiser, I'm getting more smart in the game, where I'm thinking, why do I have to kill myself making weight? I lose 50% of my training by losing weight. So there's no point killing myself making weight now. I'd rather just move up a weight and be happy and fight better.